Oh, we rescheduled the meeting twice, and it snowed both times.
Say, we gotta be done with the snow. We gotta be done with the snow.
Yes, no, I think it'd be great, because then everybody knows.
They even give you a yellow.
I am starving, this was not a good dinner.
There's no passport. All right. Ready? This is a meeting of the Township Committee, April 2nd, 2018. The notice requirements provided for in the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied. Notice of this meeting was properly given by transmission to the Star Ledger, the Two-Year Times, the Independent, and by posting at the Middletown Township Municipal Building and filing with the Township Clerk on January 18, 2018. Committeeman Fiore.
Here.
Committeeman Hyda.
Here.
Committeeman Perry.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Sedambrino.
Here.
Mayor Vernon. Deputy
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'd like to ask for a moment of silence to honor our troops serving worldwide, defending our freedoms, constitutions, and way of life. Thank you. Our first item on tonight's agenda, we have the known action items. We have a public hearing of proposed ordinances. The first ordinance for public hearing, 2018-3217, an ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and establish a cap bank. This is a reintroduction. Oh, no, sorry, it's new. This was a reintroduction. This is the public hearing.
Is there anyone wishing to speak to 2018-3217? Okay, seeing no members of the public wishing to speak to 2018-3217, I move to close the public comment and adopt.
Second.
Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeeman Hyda.
Yes.
Committeeman Perry.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Sedambrino.
Yes.
Mayor Murray.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt this ordinance on second and final reading. Our next ordinance for public hearing, we have 2018-3218, an ordinance establishing fair market value and authorizing and directing the acquisition of property located in the Township of Middletown designated as Block 276, Lot 48, Compton Street by purchase or eminent domain.
Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak to 2018-3218? Okay, seeing no members of the public wishing to speak to 2018-3218, move to close the public comment and adopt.
Second.
Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeeman Hyda.
Yes.
Committeeman Perry.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Sedambrino.
Yes.
Mayor Murray.
Yes.
Motion carries to pass this ordinance on second and final reading. This time we have introduction of proposed ordinances. Our first ordinance, 2018-3219, a bond ordinance restating bond ordinance number 2017-3188 to provide an appropriation of $3,172,050 for various capital improvements by and for the Township of Middletown and the County of Monmouth, New Jersey, and authorizing the issuance of $3,013,447 in bonds or notes of the Township for financing part of the appropriation.
Motion to introduce.
Second.
Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeeman Hyda.
Yes.
Committeeman Perry.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Sedambrino.
Yes.
Mayor Murray.
Yes.
Motion carries to pass this ordinance on first reading with a public hearing to be held April 16, 2018. Okay, our next ordinance for introduction is 2018-3220, capital ordinance authorizing preliminary expenses for the town hall project funded by Capital Improvement Fund without issuance of debt in the amount of $259,000.
Motion to introduce.
I'm sorry, $250,000.
Motion to introduce.
Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeeman Hyda.
Yes.
Committeeman Perry.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Sedambrino.
Yes.
Mayor Murray.
Yes.
Motion carries to pass this ordinance on first reading with a public hearing to be held 4/16/2018. At this time, I'd like to ask the Township Committee if you'd like to adopt a consent agenda, which would include resolutions 18-119 through 18-125, including a raffle application number 18-85.
Motion that we would like to
Second motion.
Committeeman Fury.
Yes.
Committeeman Pettit.
Yes.
Committeeman Perry.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Sedambrino.
Yes.
Mayor Ryan.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt consent agenda. At this time, we just have 2 items for the record, which is the proclamation declaring May 14th through 18th as Police Week in Middletown, and a proclamation recognizing April 2018 as National Volunteer Month. The discussion item tonight, we have tree trimming services.
Let's just go out for a renewal of our tree trimming contract.
Great. Okay. Township Committee comment?
That was a
Sorry.
discussion.
Is it? Any questions? Comments?
Okay, are we ready for Township Committee comments? Yes, are you ready? Yes, yes. Committeeman Perry.
No comments. Hope everyone had a happy Easter. But I'll save the rest for the meeting at the end of the month.
The big show.
Yes.
Committeeman Heidel.
No comments.
Deputy Mayor. Oops, I skipped you, sorry. Committeeman Fiore.
It's okay, Mayor.
Sorry.
I have no comments. The only thing I'd like to talk about potentially adding to the next meeting is I was speaking to members of the Luffman Board, I guess, and I think they've had a quorum issue the last couple of meetings, so I'd like to, I know they have a vacancy, I'd like the committee to consider appointing a vacancy at the next meeting, an appointment to a vacancy, so that they don't have quorum issues at the next meeting, so we can discuss that.
Great.
Or bring it up.
All right, that's good.
No other comment, thank you.
All right. Deputy Mayor.
Nothing this evening, Mayor, thank you.
And I have nothing this evening either. So with that, I am going to open it up to public comments. Is there anyone from the public who wishes to make a public comment? Yes, ma'am. Hi.
Melanie Elmiger, Greenpeace Harris and Lincroft. I just had 2 quick questions because the final 4 is on tonight. The first thing is, has anyone heard anything from the exit 109, the Turnpike Authority? That you were very involved with kind of navigating the whole street redesign and everything. I don't, why is there no communication? Like, I thought we would have gotten a letter by now. If you posted comments or were at the meeting, I thought we would have gotten an update by now.
Yeah, so I did speak to some folks at the Turnpike Authority, and they were actually addressing, they were taking under consideration some of the things that the town had expressed interest in, seeing if they could include it in the project, because obviously the project has gone down significantly in its cost.
I hope so, yeah.
And so it axed out some of the things that actually we thought might have been important, just to see if we could perhaps add those back in, some, parking concerns and things of that
There's
nature.
a lot of parking concerns.
That's why we asked them to
Pressing
look
the burden
at
on
it.
the township.
Yes, yeah.
And I just hope that, that's really addressed, every item. The Lincroft Village Green Association had written a letter
Mhm.
to them, and, you just, when you don't hear anything and then you kind of let time go, you don't really understand what the timeline is as when you would anticipate hearing
Yeah,
back.
well, obviously with a change in leadership at the
Sure,
Turnpike
yeah,
Authority,
that makes sense.
obviously
right.
certain things, they slow down.
Yeah, and I know you're
for
on
the
top
first-
of it.
Yeah.
Do you have
And we have a
anything
good
to add to
dialogue.
that?
I know that they will put out a response to all the comments they got. That's part of the process.
Right,
So
okay.
it's just slow because of changeover.
Okay,
But they do issue a response to every single comment,
Okay.
question that they get. So we just haven't got it yet.
well, one thing that concerned me is they have the wrong map on their website. So when you come off the Parkway and you can go straight across?
To have fun.
Yeah, it's not right, no, straight across to Schultz Drive West. You come off the Parkway, you're traveling north,
Oh,
and they changed that configuration, so what they handed out at the hearing doesn't match what's online. And I keep calling them like, can you change the map? So people know that it's not right, it's not accurate to what
I
they're.
can talk to them about that.
Yeah, his name is Maynard Avalon, that's the guy I've been calling. Okay, and my second question is on the complete streets policy. This question is, I guess, is for Tony. Does Middletown have one, or do they not have one? They're just using the county's complete streets, like whatever the county wants? I understand the complexity of their change with the payment of certain things, but in general, the complete streets policy that the county adopted, does Middletown, many towns have one, but it doesn't seem to me from what I've looked online that Middletown
We
has one.
don't, you haven't had any conversations with the county about this Complete Streets program,
Okay,
so
so since they adopted it in 2010, they haven't,
it would only apply to county roads.
so Middletown streets don't have anything that complies to any kind of complete streets policy? That you're with, oh, all right, that's it, thank you.
No problem. Is there anybody else who'd like to make any public comment? Hey.
Hi, I'm Mary Grant, 135 Lindy Lane. So yeah, it's been 4 weeks, I guess, since I saw you all last. And I didn't get a chance to thank you for getting the electrical conduit in the Lincroft Green. I understand it was a little bit more of an undertaking than initially planned, so that is great. I know also Dean is in the process of getting some pricing for a protective covering for that.
We'll have that in soon.
Okay. And then I know I sent you something, so we can talk afterwards about the plans, but I am wondering if, even without anything that the Lakefront Village Green is raising money to improve at the Green, if we can manage somewhere in the next year or two to get the electrical lights, or even if we switch out the electricity and we put in solar panel power to light our flagpoles, because those 3 flagpoles really should be lit, and they haven't been for as long as I've lived here, which is 13 years almost.
We have, well, we were gonna look at what, I know you have some plans for that area.
Right.
So, you know, we're gonna get, we have plans to get them turned back on again,
Okay.
or replaced really, but
Right.
it might work with your plan to do some things up there too.
Even if they, honestly, even if the lights did work, the bushes are so
yeah.
overgrown that it
Yeah.
would block the
Yeah,
light
that's kind of why
anyway, so-
I'm waiting to talk to you about the other, whatever plants you're looking to place up there. So
Okay.
we can talk about that too. But
All right.
we do have plans to get the lights back on the flags for sure.
Great. And then the only other thing, I don't know if you've had a chance to talk with Victor about just at least the first phase of the sprinkler system, but I just am wondering when we can give the green light to the irrigation.
I think that was part of the original plan. I think we're good to go with that.
Okay, all right. I thought so, I just wanted to
Yeah,
get
yep.
confirmation.
It was all kind of a part of the whole, the pump and the
Yes.
well and everything else.
Yes.
Yep.
It's the first
Okay.
proposal.
All right,
Yep.
all right, great. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Anybody else from the public wishing to make any comment? Okay, seeing no members of the public wishing to make any more comments, I move to close public comment.
Second.
Committeeman Fiore.
Yes.
Committeeman Heidel. Committeeman Terry.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Sedambrino.
Yes.
Mayor Brady. Motion carries to adjourn.
So we don't know, because we need to reach back
Yeah, they were out there when we did the well for this, but they're not. Didn't go extra. Yeah, I think so. I'll make sure.
Probably just calling you.